I'm with Samaki Project, and basically the term Samaki in the Khmer language means unity and solidarity. So that's exactly what we do. We bring together people, we participate in different events, we do different projects, we partner with different organizations, and one of the organizations that we do partner with is the Cambodian School of San Francisco, and we partner with groups in Oakland, so basically throughout the Bay Area. And what we like to do is basically educate the public about the Cambodian heritage, our experience by utilizing arts, language, and culture. So we've done workshops before, cultural exhibits and events, and we like projects that are meaningful, that we can engage everybody and be a part of. So that's just a little glimpse about what Samaki Project is. Samaki Project aims to unify those who are interested in preserving, supporting, and celebrating Khmer, Cambodian cultural heritage and community. Essentially, if you're one of those interested participants, feel free, talk to me. We can come up with great ideas what to do for our community and within our community. So some of our goals, short-term and long-term goals, is to increase the presence and visibility of Cambodian Americans. We don't like to be in the shadow of other big Asian groups. And matter of fact, this last Asian Heritage Street Festival, we've got a lot of people that came up to us and asked if we were Thai. So that's the first thing. We want to be known, are you Cambodian? We like to hear that versus, are you Thai? Nothing against Thai people, but we like people to hear about the other groups as well too in Southeast Asia. And also we like to bridge the generation gap, bringing in the young and the old. So for example, Marlai mom here has been an active member participating in many of our events. And so that's what we like. We like to see the young, we like to see the old. So in the past, in our last event, we've had elders come, we had adults, we had little children join in our events. So we'd like to see more of that. And what happened there? Promote literacy as well. So it's actually in our next slide, so I'll actually talk about that next. But we would like to do, this is our long-term goal, is to have a cultural and education trip to Cambodia. I've had the opportunity meeting some of the great people in Cambodia, Minister of Culture, people that work with the University of Battambang, and actually having conversations with them. So what if we bring a delegate of Cambodian or people that are interested from America? Are you able to host us, bring us around, educate the people here? So this is something we would like to work towards, and of course it's going to take a lot of fundraising to do. Some of our projects, we've been involved with the Cambodian New Year Festival, hosting it with the Indo-Chinese Housing Development, or known as the Green Building, Eddie. We also partner with the Cambodian School of San Francisco for the Khmer meditation and Dharma class, and Bong Malaya has been there every single week. And Samaki Reads is our dedicated space to let visitors know of upcoming books, Khmer books, read book reviews, and discover authors of Khmer books. And this is why I say promote literacy. In every community, we have all different professions, of course. And many times you don't hear, oh, this Cambodian writer or this Vietnamese writer. How can we encourage this person to pursue writing, to love writing, and to share their writing with us? So Samaki Read is actually a dedicated space exactly for that. And then I'll provide the link to it next. And we're actually the first organization or group of people to put something like this together. So on our site, there's a list of all the different Cambodian books written by Cambodian authors or about Cambodia or Cambodian Americans. And then we also ask authors if they want to promote themselves, they can actually subscribe to our page, and then we would highlight their books and information about them. And to date, we have 3 authors that have contacted us and are listed on our website. So because it just started, I can see it's still growing, and this will soon be the go-to site for all literature related to Cambodia or Cambodian. Past activities, we've done Khmer social dance classes in Oakland, and that went on for, I believe, about 4 or 5 months, and it was pretty good. The only thing is, it wasn't in a good location, so people were kind of wary to go in the evening. But I thought, it's great, maybe we can always bring it back. We all love to dance, right? So, yeah. And then these are future events and activities. I would love to have a meditation retreat, and I've done that before actually at a Thai temple in San Bruno, and perhaps we can do something like that here at the temple in San Francisco. A bilingual book project. So a colleague of mine actually donated a book machine. I'm just waiting for the right partners to partner up, and so we can put together a bilingual book. You know, we've done it before with an organization called Oakland Ready to Learn, where we had children create books that were in Khmer as well as English. So that way you can read in English and in Khmer. So this is coming up. Calendar project featuring the Cambodian dance costume of Madam Thiep Kong. I again was very fortunate that I inherited her beautiful dance costumes that she had actually sewed herself, and some of the costumes are, you know, from the royal palace that she was once a dancer. So I inherited a lot of these items, and these are some of the items that you see at the exhibits. It belonged to the family of Madam Thiep Kong. And then last, the Khmer Culture Night, Taste of Cambodia. That's also a future thought. That's something we would need the Cambodian community to come together. Perhaps it could be something that would be a part of the Cambodian New Year event, but that's also another idea. And in the past, we've participated, of course, in the Mid-Autumn Harvest Festival, the Tet Festival, the Asian Heritage that just happened this past May, the San Francisco City Hall Asian Heritage Kickoff. I've had the privilege to participate in the Khmer Student Coalition Conference at Sacramento State and the Khmer Studies Forum at Ohio University, which I was able to gain a lot of support. And hopefully, you know, with a lot of these network and support, we can make some of these future events happen. So here are just some of the pictures from our events. These were the girls I had taught a couple years ago. I no longer teach them, but just wanted to highlight that. Again, just pictures. This is from Cambodian New Year. This is the Mid-Autumn Harvest Festival in actually different years. And then that's my sister performing at the Ohio University Khmer Studies Forum. So that was also a part of the Samaki Project. And here's a short video of the San Jose Dance Troupe partnering with our organizations here to perform at the Asian Heritage Festival in 2012. So I just want to give you a glimpse of the Cambodian dance, and unfortunately we don't have too much time. I want to introduce, this is our contact information, and find us on Facebook. Samaki Reads has its own sort of site because it's a lot going on there. I encourage everyone to check it out. But I also want to introduce Marlai, who will be talking a little bit about the Cambodian School of San Francisco. They're a great partner of Samaki Project and have participated in many events with us. And you know, I'd like her to talk about her programs as well too. Thank you.
Hi. Thank you for inviting me over here today. I'm just glad to be here. Let's go our first slide. By the way, I'm Marlai and I'm from Cambodian School in San Francisco. We founded the school in January of 2012. Okay. So our mission for the school is to teach Cambodian language to both the Cambodian adults and children, as well as other who are interested in learning the language. And also, like everyone else, is to preserve the value of our cultures. And also to connect my community to resources, which we don't have enough of today. And finally, to support Khmer kids to stay and to be successful in school. So we can go to the next slide, please. So as of today, we're teaching the language on site at the Nagaradama Temple in San Francisco. It's every Sunday from 1 to 2:45 p.m. And also we have online Khmer classes. It's YouTube/Cambodian School, one word. And right now we have our top viewer from Cambodia, USA, Thailand, Vietnam, and France. So it's, I got comments, great comment from them, and one I couldn't forget. A person from France said, my dad is Cambodian, but my mother is French, and he never taught me, so thank you to you, I now learn Khmer. So that kind of comments makes me keep going. The other also, lessons also is play on Khmer TV in Long Beach, where it has the largest Cambodian population. It plays on Saturday and Sunday from 7:30 to 10 a.m. in the morning. So, next slide, please. Preserving the Khmer value. Of course, like Ratha mentioned, so we work together to share our resources as well as other groups. And we also announce our activities and events at the temple, as well as sharing knowledge of Khmer celebration or tradition, including live videos. So we try and take video of this one, share to people as well. Connecting to Khmer community to resources. So far, we connect Khmer community to job opportunities. So far, we connected with YEA program, Interpret Inc., international services, and various educational resources. Okay. We also coordinate, like Ratha mentioned, the Dharma classes at the temple for senior Cambodian people, where the monk who just recently arrived from the India, from the Buddha land, and he's been teaching every Sunday after the Cambodian class. So that's 1 hour from 3 to 4 every Sunday. Okay. Lastly, we also we have prepared Indian visas for Cambodian people who want to visit the Buddha land in India. So it's a long process, so that's part of our service to them, free service. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Lastly, this is the most important, you know, as many of us here, we came here as refugees, so education level will kind of behind with the rest of ethnic groups. So, you know, we tend to be lumped with Asian, just Asian, and if you break it down, we're not doing as well compared to others. So this is dear to my heart here. So we're trying to offer free tutoring and mentoring services to Khmer kids from K to 12. And also, we try and provide mentor and role models to Khmer youth. And this is a starting phase. And we're in the process of creating like a virtual mentoring without borders apps. The idea is we have mentors and students or tutors can sign up from anywhere, so they can help each other themselves to better educate themselves. So this is a new project that we're working on. Okay. So we have our challenges. Our current challenge is that it's difficult to get volunteers to help. We're not a nonprofit yet, we just started, so we lack of funding. Another one, we also lack of certified client teachers. So we basically, myself, my family, and volunteers just help teach based on our own time, our own knowledge. And lastly, we have difficulty finding Khmer kids who need help, even though we know that there's a lot of need out there. Okay. So let's go to the next slide, please. So our next step is to basically complete the app, the virtual mentoring without border apps, so that we can launch it. And also to apply a 501c so that we can start to accept donations to help us with all our expenses. And lastly, this is a long-term goal. Once we have that established, we want to sponsor certified Khmer teachers, so we have legitimate teachers as opposed to, you know, people just teach with what they know. Okay, so and that's what we do in Cambodian School of San Cisco. And here's our contact information, links related. So we're on Facebook, and also we have this online Khmer lesson. Anybody can learn. It's taught in English by me. And we also have video on Khmer celebration or tradition. You want to know what's Cambodian traditions all about? So we have that located here and on YouTube. So thank you.
Thank you. That was great. That Sounds like you guys have a lot of things going on, which is something that we strive for.